A push for infrastructure and a 30% tax on transfer or sale of digital assets were the highlights of Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman's Budget 2022. Income tax rates have not been changed in this budget. The government's total expenditure has been increased by 4.8% to Rs 39.5 lakh crore. A 30% tax will apply on income from the sale or acquisition of virtual and digital assets such as cryptocurrency. Taxpayers can now file updated income tax returns within 2 years in one-time window. Moving on to the next news, Prime Minister Narendra Modi had instructed that taxes not be raised amid the COVID pandemic, Union Minister Nirmala Sitharaman told reporters today after presenting the Union Budget in Parliament. PM Modi, she added, had given the same direction last year as well. Didn't want to increase tax at the time of pandemic, PM Modi's instruction was very clear, no additional taxes, Ms. Sitharaman said. Accordingly, income tax slabs have not been changed in this budget. The Finance Minister has also proposed that both centre and states government employees' tax deduction limit be increased from 10% to 14%. This will help state government employees with social security benefits and bring them at par with the central government employees, she said. Moving on to the next news. Ink was allegedly thrown at former JNUSU President and Congress leader Kanhaiya Kumar at the Congress office in Lucknow on Tuesday. Congress leaders claimed that it was not ink but a kind of acid which was thrown at Kumar, who was in the city to campaign for the upcoming Uttar Pradesh assembly elections. The accused tried to throw acid at Kanhaiya Kumar but failed to do so. However, some drops fell on 3-4 youth standing nearby, Congress workers said. The party workers have caught the accused but have not revealed any details about him yet. Kanhaiya Kumar had reached to do door-to-door campaigning to seek votes for the Congress candidates in Lucknow. Moving on to the next news. The opposition Congress on Tuesday termed the union budget presented by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman as insipid and uninspiring, with no ideas or proposals to boost consumption and provide relief to the poor, salaried class, middle class or the farmers. In its initial comments, the party said the salaried class and the middle class, reeling under the impact of the pandemic, pay cuts and back-breaking inflation, were hoping for relief. The Finance Minister and the Prime Minister have again deeply disappointed them in direct tax measures. This is a betrayal of India's salaried class and middle class, Congress Communication Department head Randeep Surjewala said. Lok Sabha MP Manish Tiwari called the budget insipid, unimaginative, uninspiring, unrealistic and unimplementable. Moving on to the next news. Terming Delhi government's order of making it mandatory for those travelling alone in cars to wear face masks as absurd, the Delhi High Court Tuesday questioned why the said order was still prevailing and asked the state government why it was not being withdrawn. It's a Delhi government order, why don't you withdraw it, said the court after Government Counsel Rahul Mehra submitted that it is a wrong order even if passed by the government. It is absurd actually. You are sitting in your own car and you must wear a mask, the court asked.